Hello and welcome back to Study Abroad and School Experience. This is episode 1 of Vlogmas Not Vlogmas. I'm going to be doing Vlogmas on this channel and it's going to be related to educational content, but I'm not going to be doing it every day because I don't think I will have time. Anyway, on today's episode of Vlogmas Not Vlogmas, I'm going to be talking about the scholarship opportunity called First Trip. It provides financial services to students going abroad for the first time. So this is just a general slide that depicts a few of the things that I was able to retrieve from the website. And the middle slide states study abroad with First Trip, first time leaving the USA. So as I stated, this is for students who've never been outside of the country. So whether you've traveled with friends or family for a personal trip, or if you've traveled abroad for educational purposes already, then you would be deemed ineligible for this scholarship, hence the name First Trip. It would need to be your first time going abroad in general as a student to be deemed eligible for this scholarship. So this just talks about the organizational information and the mission statement of the scholarship agency. So it's a team of global scholars and higher education professionals. They believe that international travel, world citizenship, and cultural exchange are important. They conduct passport workshops and award study abroad scholarships to students at accredited colleges and universities throughout the United States. So at this time, the scholarship is available to students who wish to study abroad in select countries. And again, in order to be deemed eligible to apply, you must have never traveled outside of the United States. Hence the name First Trip. This would be funding for your first trip ever outside of the country. So the mission statement of this organization is to increase diversity in study abroad programs by alleviating the barriers for underrepresented college students to travel abroad. So study abroad, they attempt to make it inclusive, but they also want to inspire global citizenship in the pursuit of international careers. This is some additional info related to scholarship eligibility. So for this scholarship in particular, you do not need to compose an essay. So no essay is required. However, they do ask participants to detail the experience and the information or the narrative that the selected recipients compose and then provide to the agency will be featured on the website. No GPA is required, so this organization doesn't ask students to provide their grade point average. They want students from all different backgrounds to be able to apply for this particular opportunity. And you also don't need to be enrolled in a four-year institution. You do need to be a student. However, you can be a scholar at a community college, so two-year institutions or four-year institutions. You can be a student at either a two-year, so a community college, or a four-year college or university in order to be eligible for this particular scholarship. Another requirement for this particular scholarship is that your trip has to be the place that you wish to study abroad. It has to be at a certain level on the Human Development Index. So here's some information concerning the Human Development Index. And again, if you aren't able to see everything regarding this organization, and the requirements will be in the description box, but I'm going to read it. It says first trip scholarships may be awarded to a student traveling to a country ranked lower than very high on the United Nations Annual Human Development Index. So right now I'm a student in the United Kingdom, and if you were attempting to travel to the United Kingdom per se, I'm pretty sure this country would be deemed ineligible due to the Human Development Index. Only countries whose human development have been ranked as high, medium, or low on the latest HDI are considered eligible destinations. Please see below a complete list of this year's eligible destinations. So this year is almost over. They have a full list of countries that you're able to travel to while using this scholarship. And then I have some information regarding the Human Development Index. It says 30 years ago, UNDP created a new way to conceive and measure progress. Instead of using growth in GDP as the sole measure of development, we rank the world's countries by their human development, by whether people in each country have freedom and opportunity to live the lives they value. The 2020 Human Development Report doubles down on the belief that people's agency and empowerment can bring about the action we need if we are to live in balance with the planet in a fair world. It shows that we are at an unprecedented moment in history in which human activity has become a dominant force shaping the planet. These impacts interact with existing inequalities, threatening significant development reversals. Nothing short of a great transformation in how we live, work, and cooperate is needed to change the path we are on. The report explores how to jumpstart that transformation, etc., etc. Then it speaks about climate change, biodiversity, oceans, the city of oceans. So basically, climate change, global development, and then there's another blurb that mentions the panoramic, etc. So yeah, as I've been hinting at throughout this presentation, you have to be a first-time traveler. So yes, you can travel within the 50 states, but outside of the U.S. is what they mean when they state first-time traveler to be eligible. You have to be enrolled in an accredited U.S. college or university, so it can be a community college or fully institution. Your trip has to be deemed eligible based on the HDI, and it has to be approved by your school, and you have to be willing, as I stated, to provide a brief account of your trip once you return. So they're not asking you to provide an essay or GPA or grades in order to apply for the scholarship, but if they select you once you complete the application and after you return, they do ask that you just talk about your experience studying and your experience in this other country. So there is no concrete deadline for applications. Applications are reviewed on a rolling basis. So if you wish to apply, you are encouraged to submit an application at least 3 months prior to your departure date. If you do not meet the criteria that I've outlined and that they outline on their website in terms of applying for the scholarship, then your application will not be considered, and they will only respond due to the number of submissions to successful applications. But I'm pretty sure if you're ineligible based on your location and that you wish to study abroad, and if you aren't a first-time traveler, they may let you know. So currently, they can award up to $1,500 in scholarship or financial assistance rather to the applicant in need, but it's also based on the availability of funds. And they also provide a passport voucher application, so they assist with applying for your passports essentially, but it's based on financial need. And they have passport workshops that can help you. So that's pretty much it. Thank you all for watching. Yeah, and if you wish to apply for this particular scholarship to fund opportunities, please do so.